Hi, I'm Kevin Klein. I want to talk about where ideas specifically go to die at Winnipeg City Hall. Now, every elected official, every city councillor has the right to move a motion. That's what it's called here officially, and you'll see that term on an agenda. A motion really is a policy alternative. It's a suggested new policy, if you will. But in the end, it's an idea. That's all it is. It's just an idea. But one would hope that that idea is reached after consultation with the residents they serve. A councillor would talk to their residents, they would identify a problem, and together they would work on a potential resolution to address that problem. And that resolution would become a motion. We want to do this because it will solve this. That's why you have the whereases, and that's why you have the therefore be it resolved, right? That's a motion, that's an idea, and you would hope that it's a community effort. It should be. Talk to the stakeholders, talk to your residents, come up with a solution that works, put it through. You would also hope that your city councillor would see a problem within the city not being addressed by leadership or administration. And my goodness, there's a lot. And you would hope that your councillor would maybe take the time to research a different way to approach it, to research alternative methods to benefit and get results for you. Because that's what it should be about. We should be focusing on results. We shouldn't have politicians that are focusing on headlines or focusing on the next election. They should be focusing on getting things done. So, I put a motion forward that was supported by my colleagues at the Assiniboine Community Committee and went off to EPC that suggested that we give a $100 rebate for organic waste. So if you owned a home and you did, or you rented, whatever it might be, and you did organic waste, you would get a $100 rebate. Now this would be cost neutral, right? This would be cost neutral. And what that means, if we had to give out $1 million in rebates, it would save us $1 million in expenses. And that would be easy. Imagine all the garbage going to Brady. Around 40% of it is organic. And that costs money. It costs money to maintain it. It costs money to collect it. There's long-term dumping costs, and there's all kinds of costs to our environment. You can't measure the cost to our environment. So that's when I thought we need to look for creative solutions. The organic waste concept of giving you a tax break, was an alternative solution. Put it together and I sent it off. And as I said, it was received well by the members at the Assiniboine Community Committee. Not all, but enough to get it through. And then it went to EPC. Here's what they said.
Property tax rebate for home-based composting.
I'll move to receive this as information.
I'll call the question. That's unanimously carried. Thanks. Next up, we have single source negotiation and award a contract for professional.
They didn't even mention the name or the concept of the motion, the idea. They didn't talk about it. There was absolutely no discussion. There were no questions. There were no comments. There was no reasoning offered. There was no alternatives offered. There was no logic. There were no suggestions of what to do next. I can tell you there was zero collaboration. No one called ahead to talk to me about it or to ask questions. Just a 100% no. Predetermined, pre-agreed upon, and that is not benefiting Winnipeggers. Is that how you want City Council to work? Should we not be looking for creative solutions that will, in effect, save us money, save the environment? Is this not a win-win for everybody? We could have talked about adjustments because the at-home composting tax break can work in tandem with the green bin collection that's going on right now. They have a pilot project going on right now. If that goes into full force, you'll have to pay more. It's going to cost you more. We'll have to hire more people, get more trucks. We're going to have to create some way to have the organic waste. We're going to have to figure out a way to sell it. We're going to have to figure out a way to bag it, use it, all that kind of stuff. A lot of work's going to have to go into it. Every other city, major city anyways in Canada, has an organic collections system already. We're way behind. So I'm not saying mine is better than any others. I'm saying it can work in tandem. My motion is meant to work with all other motions or programs to benefit residents, the environment, and our expenses. But nothing. No discussion. No questions. Nothing. No, hey, what if we knocked it down to $50 and put a program together for green bin collection that focused on multifamily residences, condo buildings, apartment buildings, whatever. What if we put a green collection program together now that focused on restaurants? Don't you think a lot of organic waste comes from a restaurant? Maybe we could focus our attention there. And then do the home composting and get the whole city behind it. We're saving money, we're being effective, and we're helping the environment. But no. My colleagues, those councillors that are on the inner circle, we call it the Executive Policy Committee, said no. They took absolutely no interest in this motion idea. It died in their hands. Yet you will probably see many of them come out and talk about, we need to do more for the environment. We need to do this for the environment. Here was an idea. Why wouldn't you talk about it? What are you afraid of? Does it matter whose idea it is? I don't care. Let's throw an idea up on the wall. If it sticks, maybe we have to change it. It doesn't matter. As long as the results are there. Because we need politicians who focus on results. Not the next election. Not the selfie. Not the headlines. Focus on results. So where do ideas at City Hall go to die? The Executive Policy Committee. We'll never hear of that again unless I do something. Or maybe they'll rewrite it and come up with their own. And I don't care. I just want to see things getting done because I'm going to tell you something. I don't think we're getting much done here. We have all kinds of problems. No action. Lots of talk. No action. Lots of finger pointing. No action on our part. And that is the status quo. And it's been that way far too long. And it needs to change. If you have questions or comments, call me. 204-986-5232 or email kevin@kevinklein.ca.